Hey everyone, my name is Elisha. You might know me from Facebook as Elisha B Love or IG as EB Soul Child. I figured I'd just come on and share a little bit about myself and who I am. Um, I am an intuitive empath. So that's like my primary gift, so I can sense and feel things, and to sense and feel things I feel them within my body, and that's kind of like how I read folks. So that's like the primary thing. Essentially it's like I'm a channel or whatnot, but um and when I am sensing or feeling, channeling, sometimes it comes through as like just a knowing. Sometimes it comes through as a vision where it's like it's like I can see it. Sometimes it's through hearing. I can taste things sometimes smell things. So there's a variety of ways that I read or whatnot, depending on, the folks that I'm interacting with or what comes across at that moment in time. So, like I said, my primary gift is an intuitive empath where I can sense and feel things within the body. So, the body talks. And when I tune in or I connect to one's energy, it's almost like, in some ways or some aspects, I can personify, or it's like I'm you in some way. So whether it be some thoughts or emotions, I can sense and I can feel them. And I can feel the blocks and see the blocks in people's energy and stuff like that. So depending on what comes forward in a reading, that's usually what I relay as a message. So that's my primary way of reading, but I can do like intuitive readings as far as people having questions about their relationships or work and things of that sort. So I always just channel that energy to provide messages so that it brings more of a clarity to empower you, so that you can have a sense of control in your life and be the director in your life. Also, when I see or sense things, a lot of the times it is medical stuff. So I do refer to myself as a medical intuitive. I'm not here to diagnose or say, hey, you have this or what have you, but I can see the blocks and I can see or understand. I have like an understanding as to why that may be present, where your energy is being siphoned or where you're being or like disempowered in your light to create this illness or whatnot. So that's my primary gifts. So it's taken me a long time to get here to become a reader. I've always been what I perceive as empathic in some sense, but for a long time I didn't understand it. As a child, as a teenager, I would sense and feel things, experience things, but I didn't know that they were spiritual or psychic in that, or during those times. But through shadow work and healing myself, I have unlocked myself, unlocked my spiritual gifts. I've had healings, and I've seen a variety of psychics and you know spiritualists over the years to assist me and things of that sort. But it's a lot of work to really unlock your innate gifts and unlock to see more of the truth of who you are, to see where you have been disempowering yourself and really where you have been losing your light. So it was about 2013 after I had my son, my last son, um, was the beginning of a spiritual awakening. I want to say the awakening really, really set in like around 2015 or whatnot. But I was in an unhealthy relationship for 13 years where, so I've experienced all the abuses, mental, physical, emotional, sexual, spiritual. Like, I've experienced all of the abuses. But what I didn't realize is that by me choosing to stay, by some of the choices that I made throughout that 13-year period, I was dimming my own light and disempowering myself. So we have, like our childhood conditioning. So that's one thing. And then through that conditioning, we engage through different relationships, friendships, family members, whatever. We engage with these folks, and through our choices and through people pleasing, a variety of things, we can disempower ourselves. So 2013, I was like, enough is enough. After that, I spent, like a year or so in court. I was diagnosed with PTSD. I had anxiety, depression over the years. I had body aches, all kinds of stuff going on in my body. And I didn't know that there was more to it, that the body was actually communicating with me that this is the way that, like the higher self tries to get our attention and things of that sort. So, so when everything was kind of finally settled, Spirit came to me and started relaying some messages to help me to understand that I was not loving myself, how my choices affected me, the power of forgiveness, the power of gratitude, shadow work, like all this stuff started coming to me to help me to see where I have created so much karmic debt for myself. And it's that karmic debt that I have been clearing and forgiving and freeing myself of the last 9 years of my life. And by clearing that karmic debt, I have started to see myself and understand myself more fully as spirit, more fully as a being, an energy being, like the consciousness, the awareness, the enlightenment, things coming to light so that I can see myself more clearly and see where I was disempowering myself through victimization and blame. So I've been taking my power back, and through taking my power back, I have a deep understanding how we create karma, we create that cause and effect, and how it stores and traps itself within the body to create mental, physical ailments and things of that sort. So I feel that I'm here to help others to understand how to re-empower themselves. And so when I do a healing reading session, I do those to bring some of the darkness to light, to others' awareness, to help them to understand what they're holding on to forgive it, to release it, to let go, and to look at their beliefs, ideas, and concepts that have been disempowering them so that they can re-empower themselves through acceptance, surrendering, through love, light, and grace. So in this here, we grace ourselves, we bless ourselves with healing, and by letting go and releasing these weights, these debts, we begin to see the truth of who we are as the love, light,